Essentially, there are two servers on the come up right now that I think are going to completely revolutionize the Minecraft multiplayer industry. Industry, is that what it's called? I don't really know. Basically, this whole video is me sharing my thoughts and opinion on these two servers and why I think they could be good competitors for the Hypixel network in the near future. If you all do enjoy, please consider to subscribe. It helps me out way more than you know. And join my Discord if you'd like to be in an upcoming video where I get a bunch of YouTubers and we try and guess your Bed Wars star. You probably think you're already in it, but we made another one for various reasons, so feel free to join if you'd like to talk to me. Besides that, I won't keep you guys for too much longer and enjoy the video. Alright, Minecraft multiplayer, or in specific servers that will compete for the #1 spot, I think that Hypixel is going to see some competition in the near future, and here's why. Alright, now essentially, for the longest time, as far as I can remember, Hypixel has had no problem maintaining the #1 spot. Aside from that sudden urge with Mineplex back in the day, like late 2010. But aside from that, I have a lot to talk about in this video, and that is for sure. Things have completely switched up as when it comes to 2022 inside the Minecraft multiplayer scene, and there is so many things to show for that. Now, #1, if we look at the side of content creation, when it comes to Hypixel content, there's a huge burnout right now, and now people know what to upload. But that could be due not because of the lack of updates. Alright, now I think everyone's so quick to blame Hypixel for not updating their games when they have to put it into Hypixel's perspective, as they have so much to think about. They have to think about the long-term end of the server, they have to think about the short-term end, they have to think about, you know, everything that's going on in the moment, what's going to happen. And then they're like, oh, this server is laggy, this sucks, I'm gonna go play Fortnite. Like, shut up, dude. You wanna, you know, you're gonna complain, you go make a better server. And I am one of the people who've done that before. I have done that, alright? Most of the time is me just doing it out of spite, me being angry because something bad happened in the game, like I lost a Bed Wars game because of lag or something. But in the end, you know, it's not something that Hypixel can necessarily control because they have lots of other priorities on top of maintaining the server. But besides that, okay, besides that. Now, all of you long-term viewers, hello, welcome back to the channel. All of you short-term viewers, people who just saw me on the recommended, hi, my name's Turtles, and you know, welcome to the channel. I make podcast / documentary type commentaries where I just run around and share my opinion on something, so if that's something that you'd like, feel free to stick around. But anyways, if you have been paying attention to Twitter or social media in general recently, you've probably seen the come up of two major PvP, you know, related servers in the last month or so. Am I lagging or is he okay? Yeah. Now, obviously we have Hypixel, and no, it's not Mineplex, no, it's not CubeCraft, no, oh my! But the servers go by the names of Tubnet and Mineman Club. Now, let me go over them one by one. So Tubnet, that isn't actually released yet, and I'll explain why I think its release is going to be a huge shift up in the Minecraft community. For now, let's talk about the one that's been here for a while, Mineman Club. Now, Mineman Club has been released for the longest time ever, alright? You've definitely heard of it if you play Minecraft multiplayer consistently. But besides that, I think they've done something really genius. Now, if you haven't noticed, there's been a huge nostalgia wave, alright? I've seen people, you know, like DenTDM, for example, if you watched him when you were a kid, he made this SMP with people like iBallistic Squid and ThinkSia and Think Noodles. Lots of YouTubers I used to watch, and there's just been so much nostalgia going around. Stampy hit 10 million in the last like 6 months, if I'm correct. But that, you know, that I'm getting kind of off topic. This has nothing to do with it. But regardless, Minecraft survival games brings me way back. I used to play that on Mineplex all the time, played on CubeCraft, played on Pocket Edition back in the day on this server called Lifeboat. Anyone know what Lifeboat is? But essentially, considering this, alright, Mineman Club has not only taken this opportunity where everyone's in this nostalgic phase, kind of like what happened when Minecraft got its first revival, and they're capitalizing off this to bring back a revamped and better version of a minigame that everyone used to love. And it is going really well for them, if I'm correct. I've seen so much content on it, regardless of the view count in comparison to Hypixel content. I think that everyone's having a blast. It's definitely gonna, you know, lead Mineman Club in the right direction. Now, another thing about Mineman Club is due to its lack in popularity in comparison to the top 3 servers. Playing on it is such a nice experience because you don't have to worry about lag as like nearly as much as you would inside the top servers. Alright, now I'm gonna be real with you. I can't make a better server, but yeah, there, you know, as I did mention earlier, there are moments where Hypixel could be pretty laggy. Like right now, I don't know if you hear the box sounds, but they're very delayed. But regardless, I think I went from, you know, trying to defend Hypixel to just flaming them, so let's get back on track. Essentially, Minecraft survival games has been implemented onto Mineman Club, and it has given them a huge boost in popularity, and they've been given a lot of credit for their work, and I think it's very deserved, because, you know, it's a good server. They're, you know, they're making good stuff. Why's this guy running away? Now, previously, if you didn't know, Mineman Club was a pop PvP based server, just like, you know, for example, lunar.gg, you know, lunar client server. What the, oh my! This isn't fair. The server isn't fair, dude. But regardless, they've taken, you know, this opportunity and changed their PvP based server, considering I feel like most PvP servers kind of like just end up capping out eventually. This isn't fair. You're lagging, dude. What? Because just so many things are so good about Mineman Club, I think. Oh, alright. Now, you guys are probably wondering what else I was going to talk about in this video, because obviously I'm not going to talk 15 minutes about a server taking Hypixel's games. Yeah. But basically, alright. Essentially, what happened is, you know Tubbo, right? The big Minecraft YouTuber, if you ever heard of him. Oh, alright. Why only sweats? Okay, but basically, if you know who Tubbo is, he's a Dream SMP member, a Lifesteal SMP member, if I'm correct. And he has been creating his own multiplayer network for the past year or two. And it seems like he's really put a lot of investment and time into this, because there is one aspect of it that really does stand out in comparison to most other servers, and it's cross-play compatibility with Windows Pocket Edition, Bedrock Edition, whatever you call it, and Java. Now, yeah, I've covered servers like that in the past, but what makes this situation any different? Tubbo will not only be able to capitalize off, the growth from his server, considering he has a huge fan base and a huge following, but he will also be able to capitalize off this due to the hype, the budget obviously in the intro trailer, my bad. People are gonna see it and be like, alright, wow, this is actually pretty interesting, Whoa, I don't get this, right? No way. Yeah, okay. But essentially, Tubbo has a lot more stuff to build off just in opposed to, the branding of saying, oh, this is a new Minecraft server. No, he has a lot more to, advertise and oppose. That was probably one of the sickest server trailers I've ever seen. It was so unique, so interesting. You can see a party system, which is essential for any multiplayer network, I believe. And there are some aspects that I think if he did implement would probably be a killing factor to his server, such as, the competitive play, alright? Now, I think one thing that Hypixel is doing is they're adding the competitive play in fun mini games. Like Wool Wars, they've added a leaderboard and everything, and it's just feeling like a chore when some people play, because I feel like if you become a leaderboard player, you play for your number and opposed to, playing to enjoy the game. But, that's just how it looks like from an outsider perspective. Like all these people, I think Bucky still really enjoys Bridge, because I've talked to Bucky personally and he seems to, really like Bridge as a whole. But you should, you get the point. Huh? Aw, man. But that is one killing factor that I wanted to talk about in a future video of what Hypixel's been doing, because I believe if they continue to add leaderboards and, rank systems via stars or titles inside to in all their games, they're not going to be able to capitalize. But that doesn't mean that adding that in general is a bad idea, alright? Now what I think you should be able to do is have like a stat toggler, so like you can play for your stats and then play not for your stats. If they could perfect that, I think Hypixel would be in a really good spot, because taking into consideration the reason Bed Wars still has so many players after this huge drop in players that I talked about in the previous video is because people stay on to grind their stats. Alright, they're like, I got to keep going, man. I got this far, I can't stop now. Oh my. No! So yeah, on one end, Hypixel is doing what's best for their server to maintain popularity, but you see so many games that they've implemented this to, including like Build Battle, and it just didn't go too well for them, which I mean, I think if they had something to toggle stats or not, I think the game would just be a lot more enjoyable. You could play for fun, and if you were a grindy type of player who was into that type of stuff, then boom, there you go. Now, what does that have to do with Subnet? Well, I feel like if they implement the system that I just suggested and promote Bedrock and, Java multiplayer, there's so much content opportunity, so much way for the word to be spread, so many people suggesting it inside their math class, you know what I mean? I think Tubnet's actually just a really, really good opportunity for the Minecraft community. We get something new, and we get a server that's crossplay with a lot of players. Because one thing is, lots of servers who do implement crossplay. It took me so long to find that for that one video I made. I'll put it on screen right now if I'm not lazy. But essentially, it was not popular at all because no one knows about it, and there's no consistent updates, no appealing games, new fun mini games. Now it's very hard to create your own custom mini game now with all the pressure of all the current mini games. Because Bed Wars is such an easy to understand concept, and so consistently, it's just the same. You want to grind it, you can play with your friends, and you know exactly what to expect from the game. While there's Skyblock, it takes away your entire life, but the game is designed to keep you on as long as possible, and it does it too well. All right, yep, they're all saying yep, you hear them? Anyways, basically everyone, thank you for making it this far. I have implemented channel memberships. You can see all the perks below if you're interested. I'm gonna change the top perk because I think I accidentally made it too expensive, and I didn't want it to be that expensive. And I probably mentioned this in the intro, but I am making a Guess the Bed Wars Star video with some other YouTubers. So if you'd like to join that, join my new Discord server. Yeah, I know I kind of make a lot of Discord servers, but you probably think you're in this one when you're not actually. And just some stuff happened, and we had to make a new one. It was pretty unfortunate, but I don't know.